Today, we're reacting to China is exposing the truth about luxury brands and it's ugly by Ty Boogie. Look like that boy Ty dropped another banger, man. Some love it, some hate it. I say, you know, I like me. I like my fair share. And ain't be holding weight, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but let's go and get to it. I will say this too about designer, bro. Like, I remember when the lines were blurred between real and fake. You remember, y'all, I know y'all remember a time, if y'all are old enough, when the fakes was like, when you pop out with fakes, Jordan might have had an ass crack, might have been thick, what the Gucci might have been upside down. Like, shit was like clearly like, oh shit, that's food. But now I remember my dog came to me, he was like, yeah, just cop, you know, these. I'm like, oh, these. I'm like, damn, I'm looking, I think he had some Travis's or something. I'm like, yo, these hoes, whatever, da da da. He's like, yeah, and guess what? I was like, what? Mind you, he had wore these in front of me a few times. And then I went to his crib, saw all his shoes. I was like, damn. He was like, yeah, these right here is fake. So he was mixing the fake and the design, like the fake and the real, because he had real shit, but he also had fake shit, and it mixed up. So you wouldn't even know. I was like, yo, let's start the video though. Damn, y'all know me. It wouldn't be an Astral Dior video if we did not yap before the video even really began.
Total was 30,000. Too bad. Two Birkies.
More than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China, but those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that.
Moral of the story, if majority of y'all really had like thousands of dollars in y'all bank account, y'all be buying designer with no hesitation. So quit coming on this app trying to clown people because they got designer and you don't.
We all had that one kid in school that used to wear the backwards Jordan sign or...
That's what I'm saying. Where Jordan just wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing. Niggas supposed to be dunking this bitch. Jordan putting it between his legs and shit. Talking about, oh yeah, these the ones. You know what I'm saying? I remember I really wanted Jordans. I just couldn't even, I didn't even know where to get fake Jordans when I was young. But I remember I just wanted Jordans so bad that like anything other than the real thing in my brain at the time was like nigga, nah, hell nah. I don't have nothing fake now, but still, like, I don't own any rap, nothing. But if I did though, I wouldn't even let you niggas know. You feel me? I wouldn't even let you niggas know, and it would be and y'all would think it's really like the individual. If I was a bummy ass nigga on the street, and I could have had real shit on, but I'm a bummy ass nigga on the street, you can be like, that shit fake. But if I'm clean as hell and I'm walking through, and I'm the guy, and y'all know, oh, Dior, you know, oh, what's up, bro? Fuck with your videos, and I got shit on, you can be like, oh, I just assumed everything was real. Ain't that crazy?
Michael Jordan, instead of him looking like he about to dunk, he looked like he about to go for an underhand layup or something like that. We all had that kid in high school. We all knew that he was obviously wearing the fake version of whatever sneaker that was. That kid would always get clowned because he was wearing the fake Jordan. So nobody wants to wear anything fake. But nowadays, it's a lot harder to know what's fake.
I got them. I had these. I got these. They sit in the back right here. I got them. You wouldn't even be able to, you know what I'm saying? These hoes could be fake for all you know, nigga. You know what I'm saying? I got them. The picture makes them hoes look harder though. I need to start wearing these hoes again. I be wearing Birkenstocks every day.
Because the fakes actually look just like the reals. But what makes something real and what makes something fake? A lot of people would say, well, the real would come out of the stores. The fake would probably come from China or something like that, right? If it says made in China, it doesn't say made in Italy, yeah, it's probably fake, right? Or is that the same thing? The things we consider fake is actually the real. And is the real actually the fake? Well, we're about to find out today because of these tariffs that Trump is about to put on China and stuff like that. They said, you know what? We're going to retaliate and we're going to expose all of y'all luxury brands to show y'all how much y'all actually need us. China got some secrets up their sleeve. Check this out.
Some say as long as there's a tag saying made in China, the bag can never be luxury. However, in fact, more than 80% of the luxury bags in the world are made in China, but those luxury brands just won't acknowledge that. They take almost finished bags from China factories back to their own factories and just do the repackaging and logo installing, something like that. That way, the bags will appear at their boutiques as made in Italy or made in France. You know, those sophisticated European countries, which make you feel mysterious, royal, and thus luxury. Now, close your eyes. Let's just do a little, very easy experiment in your head. Okay? Imagine that you have an Hermes bag, and suddenly the label on it changed from made in France into made in China, while everything else, like leathers, zippers, and hardware, remain the same. Do you suddenly feel that your bag is not as luxury as before? If you do, that means you have been misled and poisoned by the market campaign of those luxury brands for too long. Welcome to the real world. Now you see, those bags are made in China by our intelligent and diligent Chinese artisans. Let's not be poisoned and misled by the market campaign any longer. And
it's kind of funny the fact that like China like, okay, bet, word, that's how we coming? All right, but I got something for y'all. By the way, we make all y'all shit. Like that bag, that's tea, that whatever you got on, my nigga, that you thought was it, just because it say Italy on it, bitch, we made it and we sent it to Italy. They just sold the Italy tag on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That bag actually 3 cents to make. But how much you say you bought your girl that Chanel bag? How much was it? 6 racks? I really do wonder how much like profit they running up on motherfuckers, boy. I ain't gonna lie. You know, but I hate to say this though, man. And I think like he said, it's the poison. Niggas been poisoned. But like if I see something I like in that store, or I see something I like and and I got it, I'm probably still gonna get it. You know what I'm saying? Call me what you want. Y'all know my feelings don't get hurt. It's just, but if I see it, and I'm like, I'll fuck with that, I might go get that. Now, I'm probably gonna get that. Now, if a motherfucker though, I ain't gonna lie though, y'all. If a motherfucker pull up, put a fake in front of me next to the real and he like, look, my nigga, hey, I ain't gonna lie. This whole, look, you peep these? This the fake one. I'm gonna give you those for 5. Here go these. You can get these for 1,000 though. On the low, I'm gonna be looking around like, y'all gonna see me with that 5, but think it's 1,000.
Be a real person. Buy a bag from us, from our factory in China. See the real world for yourself.
See, now this is gonna expose a lot of people. Like, are y'all now gonna go to China and get it for cheap? Because a lot of people would say, oh, nah, I don't just like this bag because of the price. I like it because of the way it looks. But I would argue and say a lot of people spend a lot of money on a bag because the price tag of the bag, it's like it's a status symbol. It says that you can afford that. So to you people that say, oh no, I just really like the bag. Okay, so if that bag was $10, the same exact Louis Vuitton bag, it was $10, you had an opportunity to buy it for $10 instead of $10,000, would you still get it? Everybody knowing that you actually spent $10 for it. I doubt it. Why? Because a lot of people are paying for the price. Isn't that crazy? You're paying for the price just to show people I can afford this. Because if not, why not get it straight from the menu?
Hey, that's heavy. Nigga paying for the price. Nigga, I go places and just start paying shit for the price. I do that. Damn, bro.
Factual, right? I ain't gonna lie. I see why they was trying to get rid of TikTok. They knew we was gonna find out the truth to too many things. And pay attention to how China dropped these videos before the deadline to delete TikTok. China really hit us with a Uno reverse card. We ain't even see it coming. Luxury clothing is one of the biggest running scams. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I don't understand why it became cool to get scammed. All because you got some really good branding.
You know the type of motherfuckers I really hate? I hate the motherfuckers that try to clown people that buy designer because they can't afford designer. Everybody main go-to is...
I ain't gonna lie, I don't like that either though. if a nigga like, niggas be trying to, you know what I'm saying, because they can afford it, niggas be on that whole, like, I know few people be under this whole, like, yeah, if you buy designer and you stupid as shit. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe. But at the end of the day, my nigga, this is my bread. It'd be different if we had community bread, right? We all had a community bread, and I was going to the fucking place and buying shit with the community bread. And y'all like, nigga, what the fuck, bro? You fucking the bread up. But if I want to fuck my shit off, let me fuck my shit off. Especially if I can afford it. Especially if I can afford it. You can talk shit if I'm outside. You can't, but you can. If I'm outside and I live in a cardboard box, but I got that shit on though, then you can talk shit, you know what I'm saying? But if I'm everything's regular in my life, I got the things I want, my family fed, my baby look good, my clothes look good, my girl look good, you know what I'm saying? Everybody eating and nice, you know what I'm saying? Why the fuck you talking to me, my nigga? That's how I feel.
Is you spend that much on shoes and clothes, you're so dumb. Or I could get one-to-one reps and all this other shit. People only buying designer because they insecure. Fam, I buy designer because I like it and I got the money to buy it. And I'm sure that goes for everybody else. And even then, if it's some people that could barely afford it, so what? It's their money. I don't be talking shit to nobody when they spend all their money on Plan Bs. I don't talk shit to nobody when they spend all their money on weed and cigarettes. I can say that's dumb shit to buy. I could talk about how dudes spend all their money on bitches that don't even fucking like them. But I can say that's some dumb shit to buy. Moral of the story, if majority of y'all really had like thousands of dollars in y'all bank account, y'all be buying designer with no hesitation. So quit coming on this app trying to clown.
And if that wasn't your vice, you be buying some other bullshit. Maybe some niggas' vice is eating out. Nigga, you can go to the grocery store and go get some food and cook it and lay it out and da. You know what I'm saying? Going to nice restaurants or doing this, that, and the third. There are some niggas out here that live a extremely frugal life where they don't indulge or know nothing and they just chill and they sit in the fucking house and they don't got nothing in it but a couch and a chair and they saving money and they got millions. But my brother, this is life. Your shit can you can be out of, God forbid, knock on wood, a motherfucker could be out of here tomorrow. Some niggas, people die every day. And I'm over here trying to save this bread so much, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
People because
ain't even get to enjoy the fruits of a nigga labor.
As somebody that has more than enough money to buy a whole bunch of designer stuff, honestly, I would rather people that are looking at me don't assume I have money than them look at me and be like, wait a minute, he's wearing his money. Let me go take that money off of him and go sell it so I can make some money. I just rather not be a target. Instead, with the money, I'd rather make my money make money. But so many people, it's the poverty mindset. So many people, once they get a little bit of money, they want to show everybody, hey man, I got a little bit of money. Look at me. Whole time their pockets is empty, but they got a Louis Vuitton bag. You got a $5,000 bag with nothing in it. Now,
I know a girl with a $5,000 bag, but it's constantly, her home is constantly at risk. 5 racks, but your crib is constantly at risk. Please, make it make sense.
People finding out that bag is actually $5 and you have nothing in it, but you spent $5,000 on the bag.
Luxury brands, they have 2 types of clothing. They have the clothing that they make for the rich people, and they have the clothing made for the poor people. It's the poor people that make the brand famous because they're walking around the mall with the logo of the brand. But it's the rich people who actually use that brand for the quality of the brand and not for showing that I'm wearing this brand. People who show off extra, who are always showing cars, and probably they're renting the cars, I don't know. But these people have insecurity because they don't have money. They want to show that they do have money.
I ain't gonna hold you. If you out here wearing like a Gucci shirt and then you got Gucci pants, you got the Gucci belt with the Gucci hat,
yeah,
in my eyes, you're doing way too much.
You can't even, that's not even clean.
You dress the way you want to dress, but people that dress like this, to me, in my eyes, I feel like you're really trying to like fill a void. Because if you look good, why does your clothes have to yell so loudly?
Bro, you can get clean.
Like somebody,
bro, like niggas be asking me with some of my shit, like, oh, where you get this, where you get, some of y'all be asking me like, what I have this one beanie y'all was asking me about, or y'all go on my IG like, oh, I fuck with what you wearing and da da da. Bro, I'm a Zara demon, boy. I love my Zara. I've mixed the Zara with my little designer, the things that I have, and match up my that beanie and shit. That's my partner's brand. He ain't drop it yet. That's why I ain't tell y'all yet, because I don't like announcing stuff if it's not out. But you know, I got my little vice. I got my tattoos. You know, I got a tattoo coming up for the other side. I spend my shit, but you don't gotta be like. But all these add to the swag. You know, add to the shit. This shirt, I thrifted this tee. Come on, man.
Body with a fit body. I said this in my other video when we talked about this. They can wear a simple little black tee, a white tee, with subtle money on them, like a nice watch, a little valid chain or something like that. But you ain't gotta be so loud. Gucci, Louis V, I got it on me. Like, that always just been so corny to me. The only thing you really are for that brand is good marketing. And it's so funny because the man that said it, he said, yo, there's two different collections when it comes to luxury. We sell this to the broke people that want to look like they got money, and we sell this to the people that got money for some quality. People that don't have money, they're just really good marketing. But you know what's so crazy? Because the people that don't really have money, but they're willing to buy that, they wind up with no money left over because they want to show for it so much. Just to find out that that's actually $50.
Your made in Italy Gucci 80% come from Chinese factory. They just add the logo in Europe to make you pay the price of 10 times. Close your eyes. If your hammer says made in China, does it feel cheaper? No, that's no quality issue. It's luxury brand washing. Fun fact, the hand stitching your product, 42% are Chinese artisans. We don't do cheap, we do underrated luxury. Why pay 2,000 Europe for Parisian air, same leather, same craft, just without the European fairy tale facts? Be a luxury rebel, you can shop on Chinese platforms such as Taobao, 1688, Tianmao, Jingdong. You can even go directly to Guangzhou, Yiwu, Quanzhou, Wenzhou to buy. Don't know how to buy, how to pay?
I'm scared to put my card information on something like that. If I was in the mindset to go cop some shit from one of these places, if I wanted to do that, I'd be a little scared to put my info on there.
Or arrange delivery? Just PM me. Go Next to provide free shopping guidance and shipping services for you.
Y'all go follow her right there. Y'all see her page right there. Y'all go follow her. Y'all go check out her other videos.
There's nothing a Chinese factory can't make. Brooks Brothers, a premium shirt brand from the States, actually produce most of their products all in China. One of their largest suppliers is actually based in Guangdong in China. Interesting, the scale of the factories in this region specifically, they're not massive, but all of them are willing to invest heavily in research and development. For example, the world's first long-stable cotton gene sequencing product was completed here. Factories from this region are beloved by those world top brands like Tommy Hilfiger, Lacoste, Hugo Boss. Recent years, with the rise of emerging manufacturing countries like Vietnam and India, many might think that Guangdong's shirt industry might get impacted. But that's not the case, at least for now, because Guangdong's niche market is only for those middle to high-end markets like Europe and America. With its technological advantages, it will remain as a significant barrier. Alright guys, that's enough for today. If you're interested in more about manufacturer factories behind those big brands, leave your message in the comment section and I will talk in my next videos. And don't forget to follow Luna, your best sourcing partner.
Stop using Alibaba. Here are better websites for sourcing factories from China for specific categories. For electronics components, visit OFFCN.com.
Electronics too?
For car accessories, check cheapayren.com.
I do know this though. The electronic thing, I don't know. I feel like it's a little iffy, right? Well, maybe whatever they provide, maybe shit. Hey, maybe they got real iPhones for the low or something. But I do know whenever I got hit in the head one time buying AirPods and shit, you know, I shouldn't have been as naive, but I remember I was buying some AirPods during COVID. Yeah, I got hit by one of y'all niggas. They were 150. I'm like, shit, let me go up there and cop them hoes. And when I knew something wasn't right, when that nigga said, he said, all right, man, let me know if you need any more. Fuck, I need more AirPods for. Yeah, them bitches sounded like, every time I talked on the phone to a motherfucker, they like, oh, bro, you sound like you underwater, bro. Bitch, I just bought these. You sound far away. Are you far away? Bring your phone closer to you. All right.
.com. For industrial material, gobangbang.com. For clothing, check vvic.com. For more sourcing tips, follow UP, your best business partner from China.
Listen, man, if you looking to create your own company and you trying to get that same look as Louis V or the same looks as Gucci, I hope y'all go check out these websites because they really just drop some gems on y'all. I'm not gonna hold you, like, as somebody that has tried to have a clothing line in the past and stuff, and I'll probably bring it back, finding the right vendors, especially the vendors that these most popular brands are using because of their quality, is very hard. The fact that China is just exposing our top brands vendors, this is unheard of territory. Like, this is pulling the curtain back. I ain't gonna lie, like, they really being messy. Like, they like, all right, y'all want to tax us? Let me expose the truth to y'all people. All right, yo, what they're saying, I don't know if y'all catching it. All right, what they're saying is that they make it in China, and then what happens in the US, they buy it from China, get it sent to Italy or to Europe or whatever, and they do a little finishing touches. Now, I mean, maybe changing a little bit of the stitching, and then they get it sent to America, and instead of saying made in China, because the bulk of it was made in China, they said it was made in Italy, so you believe you got some exclusive stuff. And now you're looking at your friend that ordered it off of DH Gate, off the cheap website, that actually got it from China, the real manufacturer. You're telling him, oh no, you got the fake one on. No, you got played out your money.
I got a partner. He got a Rolly that's fake. Right. I remember this nigga went, right? This nigga said he was with his girl at the time. She was like, she was saying something along the lines of, if I bet the people in the Rolex store, they'll know that that's a real or fake watch. And he was like, I'm telling you they're not. And she was like, come on now, yes they would, because it's the Rolex store, right? That nigga went into the Rolex store, bro. First thing he motherfucker said was, nice watch, sir, nice watch. Shook his hand, sat him down, had him looking at shit, all of that. I'm like, damn, man.
Now, I mean, you got finessed. He was smart. He went to the source, and that's why I asked the question in the video I did about Summer Walker admitting that she wears fake stuff. How do y'all know what's the real stuff and what's the fake stuff? And if it is a little slight change in the stitching, is that worth $5,000 instead of $50, which is what it actually costs?
Babe.
With the shoes and all the clothes, it's $38,971.85.
That nigga, it was like he didn't even want to tell him that. With all the shoes and clothes, future, it's a lot of money. Nigga took his card out. Hey,
Thank
again, you. This nigga's money, bro. Mind you, I know Future's fit in this video is probably fucking how much ever, right? But I just know a nigga can replicate this fit so quick. You get you a highlighter yellow coat. I would have seen this and walked right by it. It would have been, oh, it's just not my swag. Then he put a red hoodie under with some khakis. Like, you could replicate this whole shit, y'all.
So trying to grab all the bags. Right.
Thank you.
Total was 30,000. 2 bags. Thank you. 2 Birkies.
What did you get?
Sensational.
Can we check them out? Do it. Unboxing. Wow, how much are those? Oh no. Where are you gonna wear them? His wedding. Oh no way. All designer. What did you get?
A bag.
Can we check it out?
Where are you gonna tag me?
I
have followers on TikTok.
We'll see.
I got the yellow.
Oh, it's yellow. How much is that?
18.
Where are you gonna wear that to?
For travel.
Where are you traveling to?
I'm gonna be traveling to different countries.
How much was that?
16.
Where are you gonna wear that to?
Good question. Every day.
Excuse me? I love designer. What did you get? Yeah, what did you get? Oh,
damn.
How much is that?
We are watching people get robbed in plain sight, but I ain't mad at it, y'all.
I'm not mad at it either. Like I said, if I got it and I want to go in there and purchase that, I'm gonna go in there and purchase that. You know what I'm saying? I will. But I also I like vintage tees. Like I mix the vintage with the design. I have my own little swag of what I like to do. And like I said, I'm a Zara demon. If I like it, I'll get it if I can. You know what I'm saying? I will not put myself into financial distraught for no shoes, t-shirt, pants. Please believe that. You know what I'm saying? But I like, that's my consistency on this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some niggas hate that shit and they think it's a stupid ass purchase and it might be for you. You know what I'm saying? Some niggas want to be designer down, that looks stupid as hell. Some niggas like they certain pieces and some niggas like they certain shit. Like, live your life. You know what I'm saying? Live your life. But do not murder yourself about this shit, though.
Y'all, as somebody that loves marketing, I get it. Now, I mean, this genius marketing and genius branding, because people are really brainwashed. If somebody walks in front of them and say, hey man, this is $50, it'd be the same thing. They're gonna be like, no, that can't be real. I don't care where you say you got it from. But they'll walk into the store and be like, hey man, this is the real thing, $5,000. Let me take it. Even though you could have got 1,000 of those for $50. It's genius marketing, y'all. It's genius branding, genius marketing. If I sell it to you, you'll buy it. If you get it from the actual person I bought it from, you ain't gonna buy it. They done really got into our heads, and it's so funny to see Future walk out the store after spending $30,000 on 2 bags that probably actually cost less than $100, and he thinks that he's actually doing something. He walked away, just got robbed by the store, but it's a status symbol to say, you know, 2 Birkins, $30,000. So now you have people that don't have money. They want to live a life like Future. They see Future and they like, I gotta live like that. Whole time, Future just got scammed out his money. China has told it all. They're exposing everybody.
Which Chinese factory supply for Louis Vuitton? Let me tell you the secret. Louis Vuitton has many Chinese suppliers, but they just don't admit it. 50% of Louis Vuitton bags are from these 2 places. Number 1, Guangdong City. Number 2, Dongguan City. 90% of Louis Vuitton silk is from Wanshili in Hangzhou City. I have a friend who is a manager in the factory.
I will say the only thing is just like that's kind of getting me a little bit is I'm sure these places are trying to get you, these Chinese people are trying to get you in these videos are trying to get you to buy from whatever they selling. So they kind of just throw in shit 80%, 50%. Another fact, you know what I'm saying? Like I believe some of it, but like, you know, partially, like, you know, I feel like some shit is just kind of getting thrown at us right now. You feel me?
Of the Louis Vuitton, and he told me the similar quality only needs $50. That's crazy, right? Follow Daniel, help you find the best suppliers.
They rob you blind, and you thank them for it. That's a tragedy. That's a scam. That's why I'm saying this right now. Americans, you don't need a tariff. You need a revolution. For decades, your government and oligarchs only ship your job to China. Not for diplomacy, not for peace, but to exploit cheap laborers. And in the process, they hollowed out your middle class, crushed your working class, and told you to be proud while they sold your future for profit. And yes, China made money, but we used it to build roads, lift millions out of poverty, fund healthcare, raise living standard. We reinvested in our people. My family also benefited from it. What did your oligarchs do? They bought yachts, private jets, mansions with golf course driveways. They manipulate the market.
Let's also try to remember here that we are at differences. So I get that I'm sure majority some shit is true that he's saying, but let's also remind ourselves, guys, that we're at conflict right now. So I'm sure this is the same propaganda that's getting pushed over there. You know, just as we get some, they be telling us however it is at China, that I'm sure there's things that are maybe true that they have going on. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, but this kind of seems a little like, you know, they I don't even know how to say it. I don't even know how to say it because I I don't like speaking too much on things that I'm not well versed on, but if maybe one of y'all can tell me what I'm trying to say if y'all made it this far in the video.
Dodged tax and poured billions into endless wars. And you get stagnated wages, crippling healthcare costs, cheap dopamine, debt, and flagged wave property made in China while they pick your pocket. For 40 years, both China and the United States benefit from the trade, the manufacturing, but only one of us use that wealth to build. This isn't China's fault. This is yours. You let this happen. You let the oligarchs fit your lies while they made you fat, poor, and addicted. Now they blame China for mess they made. I don't think so. I don't think you need another tariff. You need to wake up. You need to take your country back. I think you need a revolution.
So next time you go out and you want to spend an extra $1,000 to go impress some people that really don't care about you, I want you to remember that what you're buying is possibly only $10, and you could go get it from any one of these sites.
Facts. Run this Ty Boogie video in your head before you about to go do. I feel like I've been doing a better job as I've gotten older and I'm coming into more money, where I'm like, I used to be impulsive, like, man, I ain't never had shit before. But now it's like, I feel like once you start getting some money behind you, you know, you have a period where you kind of trip if you know what I'm saying? I mean, you might be a super smart motherfucker that put all of it, invest it all, and do the right thing. But from a nigga that ain't had nothing, you know, for a second, you kind of like, you fucking around. But then you only need a couple times to get burnt. So you like, all right, let me stop fucking off.
They just gave you, or you could go on DHgate and find a really good quality replica of whatever you think you're about to buy, because they're all coming from the same bag. It's just some of them are getting brought out that bag and some of them are getting put back in the bag. They're gonna sell you the one that comes out of the bag for 1,000 times the amount that the other ones that are left in that bag are gonna be sold to the other people on DHgate. I want you guys to remember that, all right? Think smarter, stop trying to impress people, do something better with your money. But if you do want to pull off that look, if you just so happen to really like this style, which I'll argue, but I understand status symbols sometimes you got to fake it to make it to get in certain doors, so I get it. So if you really want to do it, if you really want to pull it off, be smart with your money. Don't go broke trying to look rich.
Please, that's what I was saying. But that being said, I made this video longer than I need to be. Like the video, comment out Benji Recipe on the channel. I love you. I appreciate y'all. Great for y'all, man. Go rock out with Ty Boogie channel, man. Yeah. That being said, we gon' ADD lad do it.